The Geelong and District Football League would like to thank the following sponsors: Smith's Holden, Buckley's Entertainment Centre, Corio Bay Health Group.
Good morning and welcome again to the GDFL Footy Show. 2 shows to go today and next Saturday morning. Boy, we're excited. It's right in the great middle of a great finals campaign and everything's happening at the moment. And of course, last Saturday we saw first of all the second semi-final, the North Geelong Magpies. They were too good for the Bellpost Hill Panthers in an absolutely magnificent tussle between the two heavyweights of the Geelong and District Footy League. Every time they've met, it's been a beauty, and last Saturday's games was absolutely no exception at all, with North Geelong getting the points at the end of the day in a great game of football. Luke Parker, 3 goals, and I'll tell you what, a couple of goals and marks he took in that third quarter were some of the best bits of footy you've seen in local footy for many, many a long day. And Derek Fitzsimmons, well, best on the ground. Fitzy, you can't get votes in the, you can't get votes, shut up Grubby, you can't get votes in the Whitley Medal in finals campaigns, unfortunately, mate, but you did a great game indeed. Yes, the North Geelong Magpies, great on that one. And of course, the big game on Sunday, the Inverleigh Hawks, they came from behind. They were absolutely done and dusted. I know Grubby will talk a bit about that in a minute, but no one gave them an absolute rat's clacker chance. They're about 9 goals behind, and they come over the top of the East Geelong Eagles and put them right out of finals contention for 2014. Billy Nichols, Ryan Garrard bleeding 4 goals, and Blake Hutchison, best on the ground. A magnificent effort by Blake. Hello, I'm Dick Philpott, and once again I've assembled some of the biggest names and brains in country football to eradicate, adjudicate, communicate, articulate, but definitely not procrastinate. And he's back after we gave him a week off last week, the lollipop man himself, Grubby Cations. G'day, mate.
G'day, Dick, and g'day, viewers, and thanks for watching. We've run out of time. That's the end of the show. See you later. See you next week.
Yeah, the North Geelong segment's over and done with. G'day, Alex. How you going? Alex Gadar.
Alex Gadar. It's Gadari this week.
It's him anyway, the bloke that does the cult thing.
Gaddafi.
G'day, Alex.
Morning, Dick. Morning, Grubby, and happy Father's Day weekend to you guys and all the fathers and grandfathers out there.
Yeah, I usually get a couple of cards from Alice Springs all over the bloody joint. I've never met them yet, but it's all good to see. You don't know where they're coming from on Father's Day.
Oh, I got something and a pair of socks.
Did you?
Yeah, they're both too big.
Yeah, and then we were talking about the game last week. It was a great one, and Grubby caught up with the coach of the North Geelong Magpies, Darren Doggy Ryan.
Right, we're here with one of the coaches who will participate in the 2014 Grand Final. A very happy and a very relieved too, Doggy Ryan. Doggy, thanks for coming in after a hard game. By geez, it's another epic between two great sides. And before you talk about your side, I know you're going to pay tribute to Gurge and his blokes because they were fantastic, even though they didn't get the chocolates.
Absolutely, mate. Gurge is, we all know he's the best coach of this competition. He's phenomenal, mate. And the way he's changed that club up, and you look at the start of the year, they lost four or five of their main players, and Gurge restructured the whole club. And mate, they're just such a tough side. Gurge has done a ripping job with his blokes. But to be honest with you, I've got to look at my blokes and be super proud they matched it with the leaders of the competition that we ultimately respect. And I thought, well, guys were fantastic.
Well, there's no doubt about that. And I think over the years, the winner of the second semi, you think, well, they're going to win it. But this game today, that's got no guarantee whatsoever what's going to happen in 2 weeks.
Nah, mate, there's no guarantee in that area, mate. We'll our boys will play an intra-club on Saturday next week. With obviously we're in a really great position where our under-18s went through to the grand final, our reserves are through. So us and our reserves will have a hit out next Saturday. We'll play 2 quarters and play an intra-club. We've got to make sure we keep prime because there's no doubt Gurge will get these boys up nice and fit, and they're obviously going to be facing the Inverleigh or East Geelong, obviously, after tomorrow.
Well, look, I've put on a couple of kilo, but if you're short of players in an inter-club practice match, I'll come and sit in the pocket if you like. But, mate, the scariest thing I saw today out of you was I honestly believe you've got the best back 6 in the comp. But you took Rickett out and put him in the ruck. You put Luke Parker down the forward line. You had de Blasio not playing. The Swennisons and the boys that went down there, they played better than your back 6 normally plays. They won the game for you in the finish, I reckon.
Yeah, listen, we're really proud of our club. We've just got some, the mix in our club's unreal. Like in our side, we've got guys who can go back and forth. PJ DeSanto to go down and keep Tar to basically 4 kicks for the day. It was just, PJ done a fantastic job. Tar's, really dangerous football in their side. Matho to play on Page is just, we all know what Page is like. He can turn a game on a coin. Dill Whitney was, causing us a lot of headaches early. Carter was causing headaches. But what we're really privileged in our club is that we've guys who can play forward, play defence, and play midfield. One of the things that we keep training to our guys is that there's no certainty where you're going to play. You're going to be able to play both ends. If you can't play both ends, you won't get a game in our club.
Well, that probably makes it even easier to say the fact that most on-ballers, they play really hard and they come off and have a spell. Desi Fitzsimmons goes down to full forward and takes marks like Briggy can take sometimes. He just adds that dimension when he goes down there.
Oh, mate, you're talking about a superstar. I just can't believe he's just not only he's just a fantastic footballer, he's an amazing fella, but just the way he leads our club. You know, them last 2 tackles that you see in that last quarter, like, if that doesn't get you excited, that can't lift your side up. Well, no, I don't know what can, mate. You know, he's an amazing footballer. His die-hard attitude is phenomenal, mate. He never wants the will not to get beaten is crazy, mate. It's amazing. I love watching him play. I'm privileged to basically be coach of this club and to have him as a captain as a club. We as a club are privileged, and the league's privileged to have a bloke like him in our competition.
Mate, go from the captains and the experienced blokes back to one of the young blokes who I thought, when I've seen this year, been a little bit down. I thought Blake Miller today really stood up for you. You get another performance like that out of him in the grand final, and you're well on your way.
Well, yeah, you know, to be honest with you, Blake Miller was put under a lot of heat in the last 2 weeks. He's been told if he doesn't perform, he's out. So, to his credit, mate, he stood up last week. He didn't play his best game, but he played really good. He showed a lot of care and he started working a lot harder. And then today, wow, mate, like, you know, that's all we talk about is care and attitude, and his attitude and care today was phenomenal, which reflected on the way he played about himself. He was fantastic, you know, actually with Ringo in the ruck. Then both boys did the club very proud.
Well, the other bloke I got to mention, because he's my favourite player, Luke Parker. We already mentioned him. He took a few marks down back, went forward, took a few marks. Is there anything that kid can't do?
Yeah, he's one of the kids that we had to teach to play footy. Like, he's had all the talent there, but we had to. He basically, when I first came to the club, I set him as a forward, and then I felt that he was failing as a forward. And we weren't getting the best out of him, so we threw him down the back line. In the last 2 years, he's been phenomenal, mate. He's just really learnt the game. He's just been, you know, he's become more confident within himself and understanding the ability that he's got, and then that comes through doing the hard pre-seasons and working hard. His football talents and skills are phenomenal, mate. And to be able to do what he did today, go and sit and play him forward, he just stands up all the time, mate. And he's just playing with confidence, and that's, you know, that's one of the things. You know, he's not cocky. He knows the confidence level's got to be there, and he's just playing to his ability now.
Mate, I know you've got to get down to rehab. Thanks very much for coming in. Thanks for your club, as well as Bellpost, for giving us another fantastic day. Have a great rest next week, and we'll see you in 2 weeks. Thanks, mate.
Thanks, champ. See you, mate.
And a great interview there with Grubby and Darren Doggy Ryan, who I reckon is a little bit confident at the moment. Someone having said he's got a bit of a swagger about him, Grubby.
Well, enough to know that he's not overconfident, he's not that silly. As a matter of fact, he's a very good coach, a very smart man. He's confident, but not overconfident. He's too smart for that.
Yeah, I know. A previous coach, Dennis Hines, used to always say, don't even talk about finals footy. Don't even look as if you're excited. But Doggy's got a completely different coaching style. Anyway, we're going to take a break. We're going to come back, and we've got the Colts segment, which is pretty exciting with the finals, and a very special guest from AFL Barwon. Back after
the
this.
following sponsors: Smith's Holden, Buckley's Entertainment Centre, Corio Bay Health Group, Blood Suzuki,